Hey, what is up, my ASMR and fragrance family? It is your boy, your whispering perfume pimp, Christopher Cologne, and I am back with another weekly wearing video. So, what I have this week is what I wore last week, plus a thunderstorm. That worked out great. That was great timing. But okay, yeah. So this is another weekly wearing video. I'm gonna do this, which is gonna be on Tuesday night. Now, whenever it actually finally finishes uploading, because it takes forever to upload sometimes, and then tomorrow, which is Wednesday, I'll do the NFL picks, and then Thursday, because I'm doing the NFL picks, because sometimes it takes so long to upload and I don't get to record when I want to, so I don't want the NFL picks video to come out after the Thursday night game already started or ended. So I'm gonna do that tomorrow on Wednesday. And then what DM sent me, one of the viewers sent me a bunch of samples. I'd say his name, but I don't know if he wants me to say his name on here. So, but I am gonna drop a link, which he probably wouldn't care, but I am gonna drop a link on that video to his YouTube where he's playing drums and everything to metal. Dude's pretty badass. So, but yeah. So that'll be Thursday, and then I'll take from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then just no videos more than likely. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this, because I've been yapping enough about nothing really. Okay, so one of the things that I did last week is, I think I actually started last week off with this Dunhill Driven EDT. This is EDT. The gray bottle is the EDP, if I'm remembering right. And the EDT, which people call it blue. So this is a really clean fragrance. Hold up, y'all. I'm gonna pause this and I'm gonna cut my fingernails because I forgot. Okay, sorry y'all. I noticed the dirt up on here, and I meant to clean them and cut them before, but I ended up forgetting because I've been so scatterbrained and everything here lately, and it's just, I don't know, it's like I don't have time to do anything, and I'm just like running around with my head cut off the majority of the time, and I swear, everybody talks about 2012, but 2020, I swear something happened, because ever since then, time goes by so fast, and I know as we get older, we become more cognizant of time and everything, but it's just, I don't know, time's going by too fast, and I've even heard kids talk about how fast time is going by. Now that could be because everything's so much more connected now. Kids hear more of what grown-ups are talking about because of social media and all that, but I don't think that's what it is, because they even talk about how fast the school year went by. Like last year, when my kids got out of school last year, I said something about the school year going by, and my son was like, he said that the school year went by fast. When I was a kid, we never talked about how fast the school year went by. It took forever to go by. The school year always dragged on the same way a 12-hour shift at work does. So, and it always seems like it always took forever to go by. Those weeks from the start to the end of school took forever. But yeah, something happened down at a quantum level, I believe, where time is still going by, second by second on a clock. It's still reading the same, but somehow it's going faster. I can't really explain it, but oh, and I appreciate the happy birthday wishes for my girlfriend. So, girlfriend, wifey. You know, we ain't married, but we might as well be. So, but yeah, she turned 40. Okay, so the notes to Dunhill EDT are, oh, hold on, let's get a spray. Spray for me, spray for y'all. And if you like Versace arrows, the original arrows, I think you'll like this. Like, to me, Missoni Wave and this together smell a lot like arrows. So, like, I like layering the two. Matter of fact, I might layer the two tonight. I don't know. I can't remember if I did last week or not. But anyway, so the notes are green apple, bergamot, and black pepper. And the middle notes are juniper berries, clary sage, and orange blossom. And then the base notes are teakwood, vetiver, and amber. And that green apple, I think it's the green apple, bergamot, the juniper berries, and probably the teakwood that make me like it so much. But it has almost like a cooling effect of mint to it. So it's really good, and you can get this for the $25 range. And if I'm not mistaken, Joma Shop has this for $22.99 right now. And if you like fresh, really fresh, bright, loud fragrances, this is worth the $22.99, the $25. This is actually a cologne that I would pay a lot more for. So it's not like super long lasting, like it's not gonna last you 12, 13 hours or anything like that, but it's an average performer. So, which most bright, fresh fragrances don't last 12 hours and stuff like that. So not all of them at least, but, or not a good bit of them at least, but some of them, yeah, some of them last a pretty good bit. Okay, now what I have next is I'll go into Missoni Wave, because since I was just mentioning it, so Missoni Wave is the next one. And what I love about Missoni Wave is, bam, magnetic cap. So spray for me, spray for y'all, and this, you know, we're just gonna have to start sharing the sprays. So, because I'm getting ready to start giving these away, and I waste so much on just spraying them. So, yeah, we can start sharing a spray. So, I don't know. But, yeah, I want to start doing my giveaways and everything again, too. But, I don't know. We might still keep a spray for me, spray for you. But, yeah, this smells... If I remember, Versace Arrows, the original, is one I really, really like. And Missoni Wave, Dunhill Driven, EDT, and Versace Arrows, I put them all kind of like in the same, I categorize them the same way pretty much. But yeah, this to me smells, it's just a creamy, fresh, it's a really fresh and creamy version of the Versace Arrows original. If I remember if I'm remembering it right, because it's been a while since I've smelled it. Oh, that smells so good. So let's go ahead. Well, you know what? We're gonna do this right quick. We're gonna well, those two together, I don't know right now. I don't know. I just gotta get the original Versace Arrows again, because it's been like a year since I smelled it. So now the only thing about the Driven is cheap cap. Cheap cap, but still worth the money. Now the Missoni Wave notes. Okay, man, I'm glad I paused paused this because my Bluetooth speaker just cut off and the volume was turned up, and that would have been really loud and it would have ruined the video so far. But okay, so the top notes are C notes, citruses, Sicilian mandarin, and the middle notes are lavender, clary sage, rosemary, and Egyptian pelargonium. 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 I guess that's how you pronounce it. And the base notes are vanilla orchid, Haitian vetiver, patchouli, and oak moss. And this is just, yeah, this is definitely in my top 10, probably top 5, possibly top 3. I don't know. This and the Dunhill Driven, I don't know, but they're definitely in the top 10. My top 10 are pretty much just, they're all tied. So probably my top 20 are all tied, really. But which I am going to do a video soon. I hope on that. Okay, now, so that was Missoni Wave, and Missoni Wave is like, I think Missoni Wave is about $50. I think I got this for $32 from, I think it was Marshall's that I got it from. But yeah, as far as pricing on it goes, yeah, Amazon for $45, Fragrance Net $50, Belk has it for $67. I want to get the EDP, the Eau de Parfum. So just the plain old Missoni for Men EDP. Which Fragrance Net has a tester for $39.68. Which you might be able to find it, but yeah. And then $56.94 at Fragrance X. Yeah, it just depends on where you get it from. Around $40-50. So okay. So what we're moving on to next is, this is actually a layer that I wore and it came out pretty good. So this is Loewe Borum Sport. And this, to me, sometimes I smell it, it smells like the original Tommy Hilfiger. Sometimes I smell it, it doesn't smell like it. And then Dos Les Colonnes Concentres. I have no idea how to pronounce the name. I've looked it up and tried to hear a pronunciation of it, and I just can't. But the way it's spelled, Les Colonnes Concentres. So, but this is another one of my absolute favorites, a frosted bottle. But considering I've carried it in my book bag so many times, y'all can see where the frosting's coming off of it. Okay, and with these two together, it smells like a brighter, fresher version of Tommy. That's all it smells like, a brighter, fresher Tommy Hilfiger. And where's my coffee? So we definitely need to cleanse the palate on this. Y'all get a sniff. I get a sniff. Okay, so y'all can get that. See, now coming behind the Dunhill and the Missoni, this doesn't even smell anything like Tommy. This smells almost exactly like cedar. So, matter of fact, this might be a good blend with one of them, maybe. I don't know. We'll see on a video one day. Okay, and then this one is a grapefruit heavy fragrance. It smells a lot like lemon. This is one of my favorites. Now, come behind all that, it has a real sticky smell to it. Normally it doesn't. Spray for me, spray for y'all. Now let's see if they smell the same as what they did whenever I wore it before. Kind of. Not exactly the way that's the only problem with doing these videos, because you start spraying so much stuff and you have trouble. But yeah, and y'all know my memory is shit. I have a really horrible memory. So if I'm not wearing something a whole lot, I can't really tell you exactly exactly what I'm smelling out of it, even if I wore it just last week. So that's like the ones I opened and tried yesterday. I can't even really tell you what they smell like. So, but we're gonna look up the notes to these. Well, okay. Now I don't know how good of a price this is. It just because it didn't understand what I was saying when I said this, it pulled up different stuff, and one of the things it pulled up was Issey. I guess that's how you pronounce it, Issey Pour Homme Sport by Issey Miyake. Now, every other time I was gonna buy Issey Miyake fragrance, it was at least $10 to $20 higher than this, but Fragrance Net has a tester of this for $27.71, so at 3.3 ounce. So like I said, considering every other time I've looked at Issey Miyake fragrances, they've been $10 to $20 higher. That seems like a good price, but I haven't really went after an Issey Miyake fragrance in a while, and I don't have any, so I'm not sure if that's a good price on that or not, but it just seems like it is to me from what I've tried to look, from when I've looked at them before. But I'm gonna pause this and finish looking up the notes. Okay, so the Wave Pour Homme Sport, and you know, I could be pronouncing this wrong, but from when I was looking up the pronunciation and everything, that's how they pronounced it. So this was launched in 2014, and the top notes are grapefruit and pepper. Middle notes are basil, seawater, and lavender, and the base notes are musk and cedar. So there we go. I said this smelled like straight cedar coming after those other two, didn't I? I think I did. But yeah. So, and this explains why. And then the grapefruit and everything, that probably explains why it goes so good with this. So we're gonna look up the notes to this. Okay, so now you know what's crazy? I hate when you go on a website, on their website, like I went to Tosa's website, and I still couldn't get, they still didn't have the notes on their own website, so I went to LaBelle Distributors. That's another company I've gotten fragrances from before. So come on. Don't you hate when you're looking at something and it just keeps bouncing? Okay, so the notes are citrusy notes, grapefruit and orange blossom, and the heart notes combines mint and guaiac wood, and then they're followed by the base notes of tonka bean and vetiver. So yeah, and this fragrance you can get for like matter of fact, okay, yeah, LaBelle has it for $25, so yeah, you can get this for the $20 to $30 range. And this, we'll pause this and look it up again. Okay, now this seems to go for the anywhere from like $50, $55 to $60 something range. So I don't remember what I paid for it. I think I paid like 40 something for it when I bought it, but y'all know prices have risen a pretty good bit because of inflation, because of the government and rich greedy fuckers screwing everything up. So I mean, but that's what shit usually comes down to. If it wasn't for the rich greedy fuckers, because being rich ain't the problem. It's greed. The greed and the corruption and everything is what's screwing the world up. Is what's been screwing the world up, and it's what's been screwing people over. So, but anyway, I'm not going to get into all this political stuff and everything because I can go on for days about that. Okay, so this is Azzaro Night Time. Azzaro Night Time. Okay, so spray for me. Oh, I love that spray for y'all. This is one I have not worn anywhere near enough. I should have worn it more. I should wear it more, and I think I'm really going to. So, but the notes, the top notes are rhubarb and bitter orange, and the middle notes are nutmeg and pepper, and the base notes are Virginia cedar and vetiver. And I'm pretty sure this would layer pretty damn good with a few of these fragrances. So, but now, oh, and I know I kind of started to go into one of my rants that I do go into in person. So it's like I said, my personality on here is nothing like it is in person. So, I mean, it's not that I'm really different. It's just I don't talk about stuff as much because I'm worried more about the sound and the colognes and all that. So, I'm not just worried about going into everyday normal people shit. So, but okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know why I'm going so off today on stuff, but yeah, you can get this for like $25. So Walmart has it for $25. Fragrance Net has it for $23.93. eBay, well, eBay. Well, that's way overpriced. Perfume Online, $21. Gift Express, $22.50. I will not do business with Gift Express again. Never again. Did it once, won't do it again. So, but okay. So that's Azzaro Night Time, and then what we have next is we have Banana Republic's Tobacco and Tonka Bean. And I tell you what, I really like Banana Republic fragrances. I'm surprised. I don't know why, because whenever I was younger, I was really against designer type stuff, and I'm still not really big on designer type stuff. It's just the fragrances. So, I mean, most of the shit I wear is plain, it's plain colors and like no names, no writing. Like I hate shirts that have writing on them and everything. So, yeah. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. But, okay, Banana Republic, Tobacco and Tonka Bean, and Dolce & Gabbana's the 1 EDP. Now, I layered these two, and these two layered so great. So, what we're going to do, we're going to get a sniff of the coffee. And we're going to spray it. Well, I'll spray them separate. So you got a dark ambery sweetness with this one. This one, man, the more I spray it, the more I like this one. And I never had a problem with it, really. At least I don't think I did. I don't think I've ever had a problem with it, but the more I spray it, the more I really enjoy this one. And, yeah, it just smells so good sitting there. And then, this one right here. Smells like, almost with these two together. Smell. They have kind of like a baking vanilla, caramelized vanilla kind of vibe to it, kind of scent. Smell really good together. I can't really explain it. And they don't smell exactly the way they did, because even though I smelled the coffee, they're still combined that rhubarb and pepper and everything. But these two are great together. We're gonna look up the notes. Okay, and it looks like Dolce & Gabbana, the one is on average about $60. So, but the notes on it are grapefruit, coriander, and basil, and the middle notes are cardamom, ginger, and orange blossom, and the base notes are amber, tobacco, and cedar. Yeah, it has somewhat somewhat of a spice to it, but not like a pepper spice, more of like your baked goods spice, I guess I could say, like ginger, yeah, or cardamom, which at the farmer's market around here, there's a farm that makes cardamom cinnamon rolls, and they don't have all the sugary stuff on top of them. They are so good, so good. But I can't eat bread and stuff anymore, so, which I lost almost 7 pounds last week, changing the way I'm eating them because I gotta eat from my gallbladder. Okay, sorry y'all, sorry. This is gonna be a 30-minute video today. Okay, and the Banana Republic tonka bean and tobacco is considered a unisex fragrance. It's considered an amber spicy, and it has plum and pear in the top notes, and the middle notes are tobacco leaf and coconut, and the base notes are tonka bean and vanilla. Yeah, so yeah, now I see why these go together so good. And if y'all are like me, like, doing stuff like this is almost like a niche without paying the high niche prices, because nobody, if you're layering scents, ain't nobody out there smelling like you, you know? So you get this for 60. I think this bottle right here, let's see. So, and I got this for I think I got this for like 20 or 20 something for this bottle. But on Walmart it's $50, and then Fragrance Net had it for more and everything like that. And hold on, let me answer this call. Okay, yeah. So you got, like, if you can find this for cheaper, then by all means. But you end up with, well, I ain't gonna say then you're cheaper with this one right here, but like, I don't know, I guess I'm giving bad examples with these right here, but yeah, when you blend scents, you can get something different. And if you're doing it with cheaper colognes, you can get a scent nobody else is wearing, and it's a lot cheaper than, say, somebody wearing, than going and buying $150 to $500 niche fragrance, or hell, even more, because I've seen fragrances go for even more than that, which is fucking ridiculous. Ain't no damn way I'm doing it. Come on, it's a scent. If I'm gonna spend that, I'll go ahead and get my own essential oils and this and that, and it'll be all natural, and I'll make my own banging ass scent for a bunch of money. So if I was gonna do something like that, better yet, better be some anal secretions out of Rihanna's ass for $800. No, I'm just messing, but Civet comes out of the civet animal. So just like vanilla flavoring, which it doesn't anymore, but vanilla, what is it? Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. Yeah, okay, it's castoreum. I don't know why I couldn't remember that. Well, hold on, yeah, I do. Castoreum comes from a beaver's ass, pretty much. Not exactly, but pretty much. It comes from glands in the anal region and all that. But yeah, they use that as a vanilla flavoring. So quite disgusting. So, and musk comes from the musk deer and all that. But okay, sorry y'all, so this is gonna be over a 30-minute video. So now I have Tequila Silver and Candies. Tequila Silver and Candies, 2004. I think this was a 2004 release, but it comes back from in my prime. And then this, so early 20s and late teens, whenever, somewhere around there. And then I'm not sure when this came out, but yeah, these two together smell really good too. Hold on, let's get the coffee. Okay, so kind of a woody, citrus, fresh. Yeah, kind of a woody, fresh citrus. Kind of scent to it. Smells different, but smells good. Okay, so let's look up the notes. Okay, so Candies was released in '99. I don't know why I was thinking '04, but the top notes are grapefruit, basil, coriander, watermelon, and pomelo, and those are all the notes. Okay, so, and this fragrance, from what I've seen on something else, is it's discontinued, which sucks because it really smells good. I don't know why it was discontinued, so, but yeah, by itself it's just a really fresh, clean, fruity fragrance. I mean, this could be a unisex fragrance because I could smell this on a woman. Matter of fact, a lot of women's fragrances that I like smell kind of like this. I like a fresh, fruity fragrance on a woman. So I don't really like the florals and all that too often unless it's blended right. Okay, and then Tequila Silver by Herrera. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. I think I found out I was pronouncing it wrong, so hold on. Okay, and on the Herrera or Barrera, however you pronounce it, website, this is $130, but you can get this for cheaper than that. So I think I paid like $50 for it. But yeah, so the notes to this are, don't tell me this is another site that, okay, yeah, it does have the notes. So the notes are not even there. Hold on. I don't know, y'all. I could not pull up really anything on it. So as far as notes go, but it's a woody type fragrance. That was really getting on my nerves. Yeah, it's got a woody, a little bit of a spiciness to it. Kind of just ever so bit of stickiness to it. I hope y'all know what I mean when I say stickiness. I don't really know how to even explain it, so. But yeah, so that's it, y'all, for this video. And sorry I drug this one out so long with all my yapping. So anyway, I'm gonna get off here, y'all. I'm gonna do the thumbnail and get this thing loading and get to work. So I will see y'all in the NFL Picks video tomorrow, and y'all take it easy and peace, 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 peace.